Hello everyone, welcome to Wheel Rewrite, Lee Everett edition. So today we're going to be doing a wheel rewrite where Lee Everett is going to be the protagonist. Now, I think we've only got a few more of these wheel rewrites done before. They're only going to be for members, or at least, well, yeah, they'll only be for members. I mean, a few maybe. I still do want to do a sequel to my Telltale one, or at least I'll redo it and do all 4 seasons. But that will come later. I do want to get to it. It's just, God, I'm so busy and I want to get through these requests because these people have paid money to see these things, and some of these people have been waiting months. So I feel kind of bad. So I want to get through these, and then the ultimate wheel rewrite stream. The problem is I need whatever comes to mind to be there. So I need to figure out a time where he's going to be available as well. And a time where I can stream something for a few hours, and that has become tricky. Now I could have done it here, but again, I want to try and cover all these requests as well. So yeah, I know whatever comes to mind paid extra as well, but I've already done 2 hours of that, and I feel like I should do these as well. So it's just trying to balance everything. It's a bit it's a bit tricky, but yeah, we're going to be doing Lee. Now straight off the bat, let's just decide who Lee's love interest is going to be. And now there is no Clementine. I've decided. No Clementine. Oh, interesting. Okay. Andrea is a love interest. That is... I like that. So what we'll do now is we'll hide that choice. That didn't work. But we'll get rid of Andrea and we'll put her in the main character. And then we need to find, a kid that Lee kind of has under his wing, I guess. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that, Eliza. So, there we are. So we'll hide that choice because Eliza will become a main character now. So we do probably need about 7 main characters. Eliza is his kid under wing. Okay, so we'll remember that. So let's just shuffle and then we'll just give us a random character. There's going to be a dog barking, but she's just being, she's being naughty. Amy. Okay, that works. Amy. Okay, and then give us another. We'll just kind of get out the main characters. So, of course, got Lee, Eliza, Amy, and Andrea are both main characters too. Merle, okay, Merle, I like that. We'll have Merle as a main character. Merle as well. And then, to be honest, I'm probably going to go for Morales. I'm going to go for just as one main character, maybe. And then I feel like a group leader is probably required. So we'll go with Rick. Yeah, that makes sense. So Rick's family won't be main characters, but he will be, and obviously Shane's, I guess, Shane's like our T-Dog, and T-Dog's like our, I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, so Rick's like the leader of the group. Now, obviously the story's going to be that Lee was being sent to prison, maybe the exact prison he will end up in season 3. Shit goes bad. Maybe he's in the car for a bit, he's still in prison for a bit, the cop dies, and the person who saves his life is going to be Morgan. And so eventually Lee wants to go and try and find his family, his brother and all that. And maybe he can actually, maybe in this universe, instead of being in Savannah, it's the pharmacy is actually going to be in Atlanta. So he actually does head to Atlanta, finds his brother dead, finds his family dead, everything's lost, and then he is saved by Andrea. Yeah, why not? And then from that, in season 1, Lee and Andrea kind of get closer, and eventually, by the end of the season, they're in a full-blown relationship. Amy's there too, who maybe Lee is kind and friendly too. Obviously, Eliza, Lee kind of takes Eliza under his wing. Maybe even Eliza is pretty smart or something, and she read an article where Lee was talked about, and she remembers his photo or something. That could be kind of interesting. She's a bit of a bookworm. Maybe that could be an angle we go at the character. And then you of course have Merle as well, who's probably very hot-headed. But I don't know. Maybe he thinks Lee is not bad. All right, for one of those people that he hates. But let's decide who is handcuffed on the roof. Oh, okay. So I think I like this. This is like TWD's Destinies, isn't it? So I think what we'll do is we'll have Merle says the slur. T-Dog obviously gets mad. They have a fight, but let's say that T-Dog actually wins the fight, like body slams Merle, beating the shit out of Merle, and Lee thinks it's too far and handcuffs him. Maybe he does reprimand like Merle, be like, don't be saying shit to split the group apart kind of deal. But I don't know, maybe like T-Dog is not I don't want to say unreasonably angry, but like he's very angry, and Lee assesses that he's too angry, so he locks him on the roof, and he'd get these handcuffs from the cop car that he escaped from. And then, in the chaos, they unfortunately leave T-Dog on the roof. That's what we'll go for. Now, if people were wondering about Rick just was never shot, and so his family evacuated to Atlanta, along with Shane, and then, of course, they were forced to backtrack when they saw the city get bombed. And, he ended up at the Atlanta camp, so he just never was shot. That's the only difference in his story. Now, what I'm going to do here is, I'm actually going to skip the Guillermo one, just because we did a whole rewrite with Guillermo, and so I'm just going to be skipping a few things here and there. Anyway, the Morgan Dwayne role. I think we will do this, because this keeps it interesting. 3. So both are alive. Okay, both are alive. Both alive. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So Morgan and Dwayne can go in the missing for now. Next up, we've got Ed's death. So who is attacked in their tent in the Atlanta camp? Oh, Jackie, no! Oh, no! Lee, what have you done? Yeah. So, Jackie... Oh, God, I don't even know. Maybe Jackie's just so upset about... so upset that Tito was left after learning the... learning the circumstances behind it. She's in her tent. And then, the walker grabs her and munches on her. This is not a good... This is like the racists win, and Lee is the... Lee has caused this. And then who's going to get the Amy death? Okay, Morales was meant to be a main character, so we'll get rid of him. That's my bad. We'll go again. Who gets the Amy death? So, leaving the RV, asking for toilet paper. It's Ed. No! Carol's rushing to Ed. No, my poor Eddie. And he's bleeding out. And obviously, he's a wife abuser. I guess he didn't get beaten up in this universe. Maybe he knew to do some tactical abuse or something. So he's taken out by Walker. Very sad. And then who? Well, not really that sad. Who is bitten and then left by a tree? The Jim death. Oh. Jim is retaining his death. Nice. So Jim gets the same death as always. Left by the tree to turn into a walker and be with his family. So our group then who head to the CDC, we're going to skip this. We're going to have a big group. A big group heading to the CDC consists of Lee, Andrea, Amy, Eliza, Merle, Rick, Laurie, Shane, Carl, Daryl, Morales, Miranda, Louis, or Lewis. Is it Louis? I think it's Louis. Louis, Carol, Sophia, Dale, and Glenn. Huge group, I should say. So we're going to add Jenna to our wheel here. Dr. Jenna. And then what we'll do is we'll roll a d4 to determine one death. Okay, so only one death. One person is going to be staying in the CDC to blow up with the CDC, as you do. It's Miranda. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say, so I think what we could do here is throughout this whole ordeal, Miranda has just slowly been breaking down further and further, like seeing the horrors of everything and being so scared for herself, but for her children as well. And like that sort of trauma, that kind of seeing all those events, when she learns of the fate of the CDC, she asks Jenna, like, would it hurt, would the death hurt? And he's like, well, no. But they obviously convince Jenna to leave. But Miranda doesn't budge. And so I think Lee takes the kids. He exits. Morales is there pleading with his wife to move, trying to force her to move. She doesn't move. And in the end, he's forced to abandon her. And, yeah, she goes down with the building. So that is the end of Miranda as well. Damn. Okay, so let me just quickly... I forgot to open this. It'll open here. Yeah, we can do this chaos roll, because I think this is kind of this makes it a little interesting. So, 4, which is add an out-of-franchise character. Okay, so now we get to add an out-of-franchise character. Now, I've got to actually find one, and that's always a problem. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Something that's not entirely dumb. Blast from the past and add Shaun from Shaun of the Dead. We could do that. That was a fun rewrite. I'm just scrolling through my images right now. The images I have saved, which we can add. That's why I'm pondering. I'm pondering right now. Well, a lot of images of Daryl, but Daryl's already here. And it's got to be out of franchise, isn't it? Out of franchise. We could always go with the random Wikipedia. That's always fun. Oh wait, I've got a folder here with other characters. I could chuck in her. I'm just looking for this guy. Hannibal Lecter? Yeah, why not? Why not? Hannibal Lecter, everyone. So Hannibal Lecter? Is that how you spell it? I don't even know, man. I'm just... Lecter. It's Lecter. Silly me. Hannibal Lecter, yeah. So, there we are. They just kind of meet him on the road. This British, like, creepy guy. And they're like, yeah, sure, man, you can join our group. He's like, thank you. He's that little thing. He's going to eat one. He's going to eat someone. So, who is getting shot? Oh, Laurie. Okay. Well, that works. Because Rick would be, devastated. And then that's how they could probably learn she's pregnant as well. Well, yeah, that would make sense. I don't know. Yeah. And we're going to go with Otis doing it, obviously. And then who gets lost and shows up in the barn? So, who will it be? Lost and shows up in the barn. Shane. Okay, no, I like that. Laurie looking for Shane. Or Laurie helping Rick to look for Shane. It's the best. He goes missing after... I don't know, maybe he, there's some walkers that are going to go for the kids and Shane, or maybe even Carl, and Shane leads them away, and then they find the walkers, but they can't find Shane, and then later on they find him in the barn. I kind of like that, actually. I think that's pretty good, especially as, Shane was their guy in a sense. So, yeah, I do kind of dig that. I do kind of dig that. So, obviously we get Laurie to the farm. She ends up being fine, but then later on Rick finds Rick and Lee, I guess. Maybe Lee is the one to put Rick's unable to do it, so Lee is the one to put Shane down. R.I.P. Shane. So then we've got to add these. Now the problem with using a separate wheel thing is now I have to type them out, I think. Patricia, and that's what I need to do. Yeah. And then what we'll do is we'll shuffle. So, who kills our Otis... Oh, and shit, also another thing I forgot to do is a new main character. So, we need to do a new main character, and we can add all these guys who are currently alive at the moment. But not Otis, because he is going to be dying. So, in terms of a new main character, I feel like Morales had, a big thing. Possibly Carol, possibly Daryl. I mean, Daryl's still there as well. Could be Laurie. Actually, because Laurie's been shot, I'm going to go for Laurie. I'm going to go for Laurie as our new main character. Yeah. And maybe, I don't know, maybe there is an affair angle going on as well. Or maybe she had feelings for Shane or something. Which is what every Laurie hater wants there to be. But there was no affair. Laurie was just, Shane was just a fling. Anyway... Who killed our Otis stand-in? Who kills them? So who killed Otis when getting the medical supplies for Laurie. I don't know if I like this, but I guess how we could make it work is Lee and Otis went to go get the supplies, but Eliza like snuck after Otis, and like maybe part of her blames Otis for what happened, but maybe not even. Maybe she just wanted to check that Lee was, okay. Lee was doing well. So when Lee and Otis were getting the supplies and they were getting cornered, Eliza took a shot at Otis. Shot him in the leg, and Otis got devoured by walkers, and Lee was pretty shocked as he saw, Eliza somehow snuck there and followed him there, but obviously kind of gets why she did it, because both of them were screwed, and that gave him the opportunity to survive and get the medical supplies to save poor Laurie. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that kind of is an angle that can sort of work. Anyway, now we have the Dale death. So, of course, eventually we find Randall. We shoot the barn. Bang, bang, bang. Maybe that was Merle who did that, actually. These things ain't sick. They're not people. And then this person gets the Dale death. Merle. Okay, so Merle would be the one advocating for Randall's death. Probably the hardest. So, I actually kind of like that being Merle. Him being the one. Maybe he even gets outvoted. And then he gets attacked by walkers. Body ripped apart, and Daryl can even do the sorry brother. I mean, that still works. Or maybe Daryl can't do it. Or maybe he does. Who knows? But yeah, Merle ends up getting ripped apart. Very sad for Merle. So then who kills Randall and is therefore killed by another group member? Okay, let's go. So this will be the person who kills Randall, and then Lee will end up putting this person down for whatever reason. Oh. Okay, I kind of like this. So Amy maybe was actually on Merle's side the whole time, and throughout this season and season 2, maybe Amy and Andrea have been a little bit at odds when it comes to Lee. Like Amy doesn't trust him, Andrea does. Andrea being a lawyer, of course. Oh. Sorry, my mic. Andrea, sorry, I've got some. I need a drink. Andrea, being a lawyer, of course, expects, believes in second chances and reform. So she kind of trusts Lee. Amy doesn't, and Amy doesn't believe Randall can change either, and that would fit into the arc. So then Amy is the one to kill Randall, and then she goes to kill Lee as well, to put him out of his misery. So Lee kills Amy. In the end, very tragic, Andrea finds zombified Amy, and then Lee has to explain it to her. Maybe they are at odds, because despite what she did, that fucks Andrea up. Okay, so we've got 2 deaths in the herd attack. So who's going to be going? Who's going to be dying? Damn, okay, so we're losing Maggie. Maggie can get the, probably the Patricia death, I think. Running away and gets kind of grabbed by some walkers and ripped apart. And then who is going to get the Jimmy death? Oh, no. No. Louis. Oh, Louis trying to be like his sister. Trying to help out. Maybe. Driving the RV. Or maybe not even driving the RV. Maybe he's just trying to help out. Trying to help Lee and thing out, and he gets taken and ripped apart by walkers. That is probably the most devastating one. And Maggie's pretty devastating. Herschel's going to be pretty fucked from that, and Louis is also pretty devastating. And I was probably going to make Louis a main character next season as well. So yeah, another Morales family member gone. That's crazy. And then who is going to be separated and saved by Michonne? Okay, yeah, no, that works. Morales being broken, obviously. He ends up going in the woods, so they think Morales has died as well. And then, of course, he's surrounded. And then Michonne comes out of nowhere, saves Morales' life. I like it. Okay, so that is our group so far. So our group on the road is, not including, obviously, Morales and Michonne, who are going to be on their own. But our group is Lee, Andrea, Eliza, Rick, Laurie, Carl, Daryl, Carol, Sophia, Dale, Glenn, Hannibal Lecter, Dr. Edwin Jenner, who's still around, Herschel, Beth, Patricia, Jimmy, And then obviously Michonne and Morales are going on their own path. So we've actually got a pretty big group. So I think what's time for is a little cheeky chaos roll. So we got a 5, which is ally turns evil for every head they kill a former ally. Oh, okay, and tails they're killed. So an ally turns evil. Okay, so this will be, maybe this is like a little winter story. So this will be, we could do it later, but why not we start the season with this? So season 3 starts with a glimpse of the group in the winter. So who is going to be betraying the group? Oh, wait. Oh, come on. It's too perfect to not be Hannibal Lecter. Yes! It's too perfect. So the winter gets harsh. No food. Oh, actually, I didn't mean to get rid of him. Hannibal. That doesn't matter too much. Hannibal. So Hannibal, he's getting hungry, okay? If you didn't know, Hannibal is a, Hannibal goes evil. Hannibal is a cannibal, so during the winter, he's going to be going crazy. So, first of all, I think we have to have one, right? Ally turns evil. For every head they kill, a former ally, tails they're killed. For every head. Okay, so that means he definitely kills one. So, who does Hannibal Lecter eat? He kills and eats. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh god! He kills and eats Carl. Hannibal Lecter turns and eats Carl. Holy shit! He's eating Carl of all people. I was gonna make Carl a main character. Damn. Okay, so Carl is dead. Hannibal ate him, but somehow I guess they just think Carl's gone missing or some shit. Heads or tails? Oh no! He's gonna get another. And then a few weeks or something passes. He's been munching on Carl. He goes to go for someone else, and this time he goes for Dale. Jesus Christ. Dale gets eaten as well. Oh no. He eats Dale. Very comic book accurate. And then let's see. Heads or tails? Okay. Okay, so finally, after he kills Dale, he's discovered. Maybe they find the sheriff's hat, so they realise he ate Carl as well. Then maybe they find the remains of where he's keeping the bodies as they're surviving. So, who's going to kill Hannibal Lecter after discovering this? Yeah, I guess it could be Morales. Yeah, well, no, it can't be Morales because he's not here. Well, that's closer to Lee, so we'll go with Lee. So Lee then kills Hannibal. Like, who killed Dave and Tony? That's another good one. Because I feel like Lee would probably be... Maybe it could be Lee. Or maybe Lee was the Glenn in that situation. So the people who went to the bar was Rick, Herschel... No, yeah, Rick, Herschel, and Lee. So maybe it could still be the case that Rick killed Dave and Tony. Because I like the idea that this is Lee's first kill. Killing Hannibal Lecter. So Hannibal Lecter is killed off by Lee. And that is a depressing start for the season. So after all that, they are just looking for a home. Please God. Now, I think Herschel probably deserves to be upgraded to a main character. And I'm going to go with Daryl as well, just because Merle's gone. Yeah. So, who is going to be getting bitten on the leg? Okay, no, I like that. Eliza. That makes sense why Lee would want to save her life and be so adamant. So, yeah. Eliza is now going to be one leg. Yeah, Eliza's going to have one leg. Crazy. So, now we're going to skip this. Big Tiny's just going to get Big Tiny's death. And then who's going to kill Tomas? So, now we're going to add Lee 2. Lee 2. So, scramble that. Let's go for who kills Tomas. Well, it can't be Michonne. Okay, Rick. I could see Rick not fucking around with anyone anymore after they ate his son. They ate his son! So, yeah, I can see Rick really not messing around with Tomas. Maybe he doesn't even let him get his own cell block. He just kills him off the bat. Okay, so then we have the Laurie death. So who has pregnancy complications or some sort of medical complication after Andrew gets free and eventually dies? Oh, no! Herschel! So we'll go with the old heart attack. Herschel has a heart attack. In the boiler room, maybe with Beth, and now I feel like Beth should probably become a main character last of the Greens, and eventually he dies, and yeah, we'll say Beth. Beth is forced to put poor Herschel down after he has his little Connery. So then, who is getting the T-Dog death? So this is going to be a minor character. So this person is going to sacrifice themselves for another character. Maybe Carol. Maybe it is just Carol. Oh, no. No! Dr. Jenner realizes he's failed. He's got no chance of, like, solving anything, and he's kind of done with his life. He's like, I should have went in the CDC. So he ends up saving Carol and Sophia's life, pinning the walkers, and he's devoured. That is very sad, actually. And then who kills Andrew? Who puts down Andrew? Daryl. Okay, very random. Daryl is the one. Oh, wait, no, it should be a minor character, shouldn't it? Because it should be... Hang on. Wait, done that. Because I should be adding Oscar and Axel here. And then one of them should be taken out. And then what we can do is get rid of Big Tiny. Andrew now as well. Add these two here. Oh, Beth. I like that. I like that. After the death of her dad, she's the one to do it. Yeah, okay. All right, Beth. Yeah, step up. Step up. I like it. I like it. Okay, so there you go. That is after the devastating loss of in the prison. We lose poor Herschel and Dr. Jenner, leaving just Lee, Andrea, who I guess have now kind of repaired their relationship after season 2. I don't even know. After the winter stuff, have they done that? Who knows? But, of course, what else happened after Herschel had his heart attack in the boiler room, the other thing that was happening in the boiler room was Laurie was giving birth. Because now, Rick has his daughter, Judith. And I think we can say in this universe, Judith is probably, we'll say Rick's kid. We'll say it's Rick's kid, why not? Judith! Done. Okay, we're going to skip the Woodbury reform chart. I'm sorry. We're just going to skip it. I'm on a bit of a time crunch, okay, so I've got to skip certain things. So unfortunately, Julio will be killed by T-Dog. Hear that bird, and he shoots him. Dead. Oh no, what's happening? Hamburg will be killed in the finale, unfortunately. Shumpert will kind of just die off screen. So there we go. Very sad. Who gets kidnapped? Make it make sense. So, which two characters are going to get kidnapped? And whilst we're doing that, who's going to get an Oscar's death? Laurie? Okay, we go with Laurie and Rick. I think that's good. Laurie and Rick, why not? After she's given birth, maybe she's looking for baby formula. Even though she's just given birth, she's still on her feet. And both Laurie and Rick get kidnapped. That means that Lee would have to step up to be the rescue mission. So I like this because it's, it's funneling him into that leadership role as well. One of the people who dies during the rescue mission is... Okay, that makes no sense. I'm going to actually reroll. I'm going to reroll that because it makes no sense they would bring the baby. So, on the rescue mission. Does make sense they bring Axel, though. I could believe that. So, Axel will, unfortunately, be dying in the rescue mission of Rick and Laurie. So, poor Axel, R.I.P. R.I.P., man. R.I.P. See you later. So, at the handcuff person, so of course, this whole time, I should have said, Morales and Michonne headed to Woodbury. Michonne didn't like the look of it, but Morales, seeing it as like a stable society, he wanted to stay, makes sense. Of course, he started banging the governor. Why not? Why not? Yeah, maybe Morales actually stumbled upon the zombified Penny, and he kind of relates because he's got a daughter out there, at least possibly. But he doesn't believe after all this time she'd be alive. She probably died at the farm as well. And of course, T-Dog's there as well. So T-Dog is like hi Morales, how you doing kind of thing, and maybe they actually were like they're actually like friendly with each other. And Morales kind of sees something in the governor. Okay, so you know he starts getting down and dirty with the gov, because why not? We love our gay ships on the channel. He gets down and dirty with the guff, and he wants to stay. Okay, he wants to stay. So Michonne bounces. Of course, she then gets tracked by one-armed T-Dog, knife-armed T-Dog, a la Walking Dead Destiny style. He fails to kill her. He ends up killing Gargiulio, and then he kidnaps Laurie and Rick. And then, have you know it, there's a fight to the death. Maybe, I don't know, even know who could get captured. It could be T-Dog's a terrorist, and he's working with the racist that handcuffed him to the roof. But like the governor mixes up the Dixon brothers instead, and so it was T-Dog and Daryl fight to the death. Yeah, but of course they end up escaping, and T-Dog joins the group. One-armed T-Dog, and I should mention one and. Poor Eliza as well. She's probably have to be adapting to a one leg. Oh no. Axel's death. So who does the governor? Oh, and Milton. We'll add Milton here as well. Will we say Milton defects? Who knows? I add him there as a to be determined. So who's going to get the Axel death? Shot by the gov. Oh no! Why did it have to align so perfectly? It's Oscar. Oscar has been shot in the head by the governor. So R.I.P. Oscar. Damn. So you know what? With the hitchhiker, I'm just gonna decide. I don't care, guys. I don't care. We'll call him. What do we call him? Russ. Russ, the hitchhiker, has joined the group because Lee is not about abandoning people. So he goes to see Morgan. He sees that Morgan and Dwayne are both still alive. But they want to stay in King County. They're both kind of, you know, hardened survivors. They've barricaded King County off, and I think as well, like Morgan doesn't want to get into a fight that he might not win, or they might not win. So he's like, yo, if you've got a fight with some crazy guy, count me out. But maybe I'll come along later, okay? Maybe me and Dwayne will come along later. Or maybe Morgan feels betrayed by Lee because he never talked to him on the radio. And he's like, listen, we all got to survive on our own. I don't want to be in a community. Don't think we're ready for that kind of thing. Or Morgan doesn't think he's ready for that. Dwayne obviously is like a hardened survivor now as well. So in the end, they decide not to go. But they've also picked up Russ, the hitchhiker, and he comes to join them. He's okay with there being a fight. Man just wants a roof over his head. And so who gets the moral death? So this person self-sacrifices himself for the group and then ends up dying. Now I'm going to veto Andrea because but there again, it is season 3. Yeah, no, we'll do it. We'll do what the wheel decided. So, Andrea and Lee have, like, repaired things, you know, but seeing everything that's going down and how Lee is wanting to help trade Michonne. Now, Andrea and Michonne don't even know each other, but maybe Andrea catches wind of Rick's plan to hand over Michonne. Obviously, Lee's there too, so Lee and Rick are conspiring together to hand over Michonne, maybe with T-Dog as well. T-Dog's going to help too. And, of course, Lee puts Andrea in the loop, and she's not about that at all. So when she finds out that T-Dog's kidnapped Michonne, Andrea, like, races to get there first. She realizes they haven't made it yet. You know, they're having their own problem. Or maybe she even spots them having T-Dog having problems on the road as he's captured Michonne. And so Andrea races there, and she decides to try and take out the governor to end this. Doesn't work out for Andrea, and then she dies. And poor Lee runs after her, after repairing things with her, only to find she's now a walker, and he is forced to put her down. And now he must focus solely on looking out after little Eliza. So there we go, that's crazy. And then D4 finale, so how many deaths are going to be in the finale? 2. Okay, so we're going to have an Andrea and a Milton. So who will be our Milton and who will be our Andrea? That is what we must decide. 2 deaths. Oh no! No! Beth and Michonne. I like the Michonne one. I think that kind of works. I don't know if I... Yeah, we'll go with Beth. We'll go with Beth. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. So after that whole thing happened with Andrea, Lee, of course, the governor figured she was in a, like, the governor he tried to scout the area, and he probably discovered T-Dog and Michonne, and I think probably what happened is there's like a big, and Lee's trying to help as well to try and save them, or maybe he's just trying to take out the governor for what he did. But in the end, T-Dog probably gets injured, Michonne gets captured by the governor, and I think it's where probably who was also helping is Beth was also helping too, helping Andrea perhaps, yeah, maybe. Or maybe she was with Lee and then she stayed back. But Beth gets captured too. So Michonne and Beth get captured. Beth is stabbed repeatedly after she tries to take a swing at the governor. Left to turn, and then she bites Michonne. And then that is the end of those two characters. So all the greens are gone by season 3. That is pretty crazy. I don't know who. Maybe Glenn was with Patricia this whole time. Glenn has just been a non-entity of a character. I mean, so is Carol and Sophia. Thinking of it, maybe Glenn was with Jimmy. Okay, maybe they're a couple. Anyway, yeah, that's the end of those two. So R.I.P. Poor Jimmy's gonna be sad. So Tyrese and Sasha then must be added to this one. It doesn't help that I have to type them out. Yes. What am I saying no for? I think we'll skip the Chaos roll. I think I'm happy enough with this cast. You know, it's a fair cast. We've got Lee, Eliza with her one leg, Rick, one-armed T-Dog, Laurie's still kicking about with their baby daughter, Daryl, Carol, Sophia, Glenn, Jimmy, Patricia, Morales, and... oh yeah, of course, Morales would have joined too. I mean, this whole time, Morales would have found his daughter was alive. Probably would have been, like, thankful to Lee. And I imagine he defected straight away from Woodbury to the prison. He probably defected pretty quickly. And we also have Rush the Hitchhiker. So now we can add our newcomers to our list. So we've got Karen, Bob, Mika, Patrick, and Zach. So who gets the Zach death? Oh, before we do that, main characters. Oh, Milton is of course defected too. So I'm feeling like Patricia for a change. I feel like Patricia isn't one character we often see much from in the wheel rewrites. Jimmy we do often see a lot of, so I'm not gonna add him. I feel like Carol. I feel like Eliza needs a friend, so I'm gonna go with Sophia as a main character too. Just because they were friends. So we'll go with Sophia as well. And then I'm feeling like... I was going to say a green, but we don't have any greens left. Possibly Tyrese, but I think we'll leave it for now. So who's going to get the Zach death? Oh, no. Bob Stuckey. So Bob Stuckey, after getting his wine... the shelf falls on top of him, and then he gets bitten by a walker, and then the helicopter collapses on him. And it's a cautionary tale of don't be trying to get pissed in the apocalypse, guys, because that's what happens to you, because shells will fall on your head in that, and that is what ends up happening to Bob. So R.I.P. Bob. Now thinking about it, maybe Jimmy and Zach are a couple, because obviously Beth and Zach and Beth and Jimmy are a couple, so maybe it's Jimmy and Zach. Yeah, why not? Glenn is just left. Maybe Glenn is with Carol, okay? He's going for that older woman. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's move on. Patrick. Who's going to get the Patrick death? So this person, sick from the virus, and they die. Milton. Oh, and I like this, because maybe Milton was, like, toying with the dead and stuff. Like, he's trying to, like, still work on... because maybe he's got, like, Dr. Jenner's notes, and he's trying to, like, work on some sort of cure. And I don't know, he's somehow, like, messing with bodies all day. He catches something and he gets ill and then he dies, and that kind of explains the prison sickness as well, like dissecting a body and the pheromones or something. And then who gets the Karen death? So this person is killed by this particular character to prevent the infection. Ooh, Sasha. Ooh, that works quite well for Tyrese, regardless. Daryl. Okay. Okay. No, I like that. So Daryl kills Sasha after she gets sick from the virus. The flu. And then Daryl is exiled by Lee. I feel like Rick would have still stepped back as leader, and I'm going to say that Lee has now stood up as leader as Rick stepped back to look after his family and to kind of focus on farming and that. Whereas, and you know, his dad was a farmer as well, so maybe Rick has that knowledge. Which is a touch I like, how they reveal that Rick's dad is a farmer and how he was Herschel taught him how to farm. So yeah, we'll say that Lee has been stepping up as leader, so he ends up exiling Daryl from the community, and, you know, Carol is pretty upset to hear about that, so Daryl has been kicked out. And then we'll skip this. We're just going to kill Martinez off. I've just decided, okay, I don't want no Martinez. And Herschel's death. So who does the governor end up kidnapping, or, you know, taking, and then end up decapitating? Well, it can't be Lee, so we'll have to skip that one. I also like how Rick's kind of survived this long. I said that, but now it might not be the case. Well, it can't be Eliza either, because I'm going to give her immunity. Also, Lee does need a new love interest eventually. We'll get to that though. Oh, wait. No, it's still Eliza, so we have to re-roll again. Let's shuffle. Okay, come on. Give us someone for the governor to decapitate that's not Lee or Eliza. You're joking me. You're joking me. How is this possible? How is this possible? Give me a person that's not Lee or Eliza. Please. Laurie. Okay. Okay. No, I like that. Okay. It's pretty fucked for Rick, but he, you know, maybe the governor still believes that Rick is the leader, and Rick's like, I'm not the leader. Like you let my wife go. You don't need to have my, and then, yeah, Rick decapitates Laurie. Then the Rick goes crazy, fire at the governor, big battle, bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Yeah, crazy. Flip a coin. So I'm gonna, do I want to skip this? We're going to skip that. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just decide if it's going to be Lily or Tara. So, Tails, Tara. So, Tara. So, that means Lily is just going to get the same death she gets. So, yeah, we shoot at the governor. Bang, bang, boom, boom. So, who's going to kill the governor in the end? Who kills the gov? I guess Rick and governor still having their same fight. Lee! So Lee comes to the rescue. Maybe he's got an axe, yeah, fire axe to the back of the head, and kills the governor. Yeah, we'll go with that. So Lee is the one to put him down, and then who gets kidnapped? So this person actually would be a minor character who then turns into a major character after they get kidnapped. So, because that's what happened with Beth. And it goes to Carol, which, do you know what? I kind of think makes sense. She's been around for this long, so. Why not? Why not upgrade her? So Carol, becoming a main character, has been kidnapped. By the hospital people. Which is what happens anyway, to be fair. And then we're going to add Team Cure. So we're going to have Abraham, Eugene, Rosita. Mika's death. So who is going to get the Mika death? Karen? Okay. So, poor Tyrese has already lost Sasha, and then he loses Karen when Karen is stabbed to death by Lizzie. Oh, poor Tyrese. And then who kills Lizzie? He's lost everything. He is the new Sasha. But who kills Lizzie? Okay, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. So maybe the group that escapes is Sophia. Yeah, it could be like Sophia, Eliza, and Lizzie, Mika, Karen. Because Karen, like, being a teacher, right? Maybe she was the one who evacuated the kids because she didn't die in this universe. Obviously, along with Tyrese. Maybe also got the baby. So this is like the group with the kids. Literally all the kids are here, apart from the other ones who died off screen. Yeah, and I like that. And Lizzie kind of trying to prove to the other kids that, oh, walkers they do talk and they do come back. Kills Karen, who's protecting them. And then Karen's there. And of course Tyrese doesn't know what to do because he's fucking distraught. And it's a bunch of kids. And he feels completely out of place. And Sophia, maybe Sophia and Eliza step up. Not without, Mika's there too, of course. And Sophia ends up being the one to put down Lizzie. I like that. I think that kind of works. Who kills Joe? So who is the person who bites Joe's throat out? So poor Lee's been going crazy. He doesn't know what's happened to. I say Lee's going crazy about Eliza. But to be honest... Well, it can't be Carol, unfortunately. But it's very close to Patricia, and I do like that as a Patricia moment. So, yeah, we'll go for Patricia. So Patricia is the one to rip out Joe's throat. Maybe Rick still killed Lou on the toilet, but Patricia is the one to do the deed with the throat. And so we can add a random character to show up in the train cart with us. Yeah, why not? Why not? We'll add a random character. We haven't done that yet, so random character. I want a character with a picture. Donnie. That is a scary looking guy. Donnie. Okay, so we've got Donnie here. Let's add Donnie. Donnie. Can't find it. Weird. Hang on. Sort by descending. Huh. I just can't find it. Let me try again. Ah, I see why. It's in a different folder. Sorry guys, technical difficulty. It's saved to a different folder. There we are. So we've got Donnie, who I guess was just in the train cart, who's just kind of inadvertently coming with us here. So I think the people who save is the kids. So I feel like Tyrese would save, Tyrese is there with Martin. He's like, what do you mean? And they're like, don't worry, Tyrese. We trained for this. So it's going to be a mix of Sophia, Eliza, and I guess Mika, but more so Sophia and Eliza, who end up saving everyone from Terminus. Crazy. Little psycho kids. And then we have Gabriel. They end up saving Gabriel as well. Oh, and I guess Daryl's there. Wait, yeah, because Daryl was kicked out. So I guess Daryl probably helped too. Yeah, no. I think probably instead what we'll go with is he finds the kids and Tyrese, and he tells Tyrese, listen, the kids are going to be fine. They've trained with me, etc. I'll keep them safe. You keep that guy hostage with obviously the baby as well. Or maybe Mika's there too. I don't know. Maybe Mika stays with Tyrese and the prison Martin. And yeah, one-legged Eliza and Sophia, they go crazy. They go crazy on Terminus. And so then who gets the Bob Stuckey death? So this person is bitten whilst retrieving supplies, and then is kidnapped by the cannibals and has their leg. Oh no, poor Mika. I don't want it to be Mika. Oh, I guess that's. It is what it is. So poor Mika gets bitten, and then The cannibals take the child. They chop her leg off to eat her leg, and then she does the tainted meat moment. I'm tainted meat. I don't know if that works, but we'll go with it. And then who is in the end going to be the person to tell Gareth they made him that promise? And bloody hell, Patricia's going hard this rewrite. Patricia is going hard, everyone. Crazy. Okay, so Patricia puts down Gareth. And then we, of course, learn that Carol was taken captive. Obviously, Sophia would want in on that action. So we go to save Carol from the hospital. But then who is the character who stabs Dawn and is shot in the head? A.k.a. the Beth Death. It can't be Lee. So we have to re-roll. What I can actually do here is just... I forget that I can do this, you know. Because it can't be any of these, so... We'll just do that. Oh, no! No! She's been going crazy hard this entire rewrite, and then they do it like that? Damn. Patricia. So, I guess seeing poor Carol destroy, you know, Carol reunite with her daughter and seeing how Dawn wants to then take Noah, this just enrages Patricia. You know, she's a pretty moral person. I get that kind of sense. So she, in the end, decides to... oh, shit, I never added Tara, did I? Oopsie. Tara. Abraham, these guys are here as well. Gabriel. Noah. And Gareth is dead. Yeah, so Patricia, being a pretty moral person, ends up stabbing Dawn, and then she kind of gets shot in the head. So R.I.P. Dawn, R.I.P. Patricia. Oh, wait, I guess who kills Dawn, though? Who kills Dawn? We didn't determine that. T-Dog. Maybe T-Dog was getting closer to Patricia, I don't know. But there you go, he ends up putting down Dawn. And then who gets the Tyrese death? So this person, after getting Noah back home, this particular person is bitten on the arm by Noah's brother, and then slowly bleeds out and dies. Well, it can't be Eliza. Do you know what, though? I feel like we will add Tyrese to this list, because I do think he has been pretty, like, relevant throughout this rewrite, ever since he kind of came in. So I feel like he should be up for grabs for his own death. So who's it going to be? Ah, I do think it kind of works, though, actually, it being Morales. So, you know, it being Morales to bring the group's Morales. See what I did there? To bring the group's morale down. It being Morales, actually, I think that kind of works. Because, you know, he's like, other than Rick, the last kind of big male fighter. You know, big, strong, masculine man. And, you know, he's been through so much as well. And he's only got his daughter left, so that would do lots for Eliza, and it would bring Lee and Eliza now even closer. So I think it actually works really well for it to be Morales. So he's the one, they try their best to save him, but in the end, he dies, and our group is left pretty distraught. And so the group now, on the road, picture it. We've got Lee and Rick, Eliza and baby Judith, T-Dog and Daryl, Carol and Sophia, Glenn, who's done fuck all this entire rewrite, Zach and Jimmy, Russ, Patrick, oh yeah, Tyrese, Donnie, Tara, Abraham, Rosita, Gabriel, Noah, and Eugene. What a crazy group. And then now what we're going to have to do is we're going to get rid of this real quick. Because what we're going to do is we're going to add Deanna, Reg, Aiden, Spencer, Ron, Sam, Jesse, Aaron, Eric, Nicholas, Olivia, Enid, and Tobin. Okay, so we've done that. So we'll just roll that real quick. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to decide who gets the Aiden death. It's going to go to Spencer instead. Which I like. So yeah, Spencer. Anyway, they end up... Aaron finds them. They end up in Alexandria. He seems to think they're a bunch of good people, I guess. So he invites them into Alexandria. And then, of course, one of the scavenging teams go off with Spencer instead in this universe. And Spencer ends up blowing up the grenade and then getting devoured by walkers. And then who is going to get the Noah death? So this person is a member of our group who is going to be devoured by the walkers. I was just talking about Patrick. Oh no, it's not even Patrick, it's Eugene. Okay, shit. The guy that got them to Washington. I don't know, I kind of... Why not? Why not? So yeah, Eugene lied to get them there, but Eugene in the end is... He was brave, he was trying to be brave, and he gets grabbed by the walkers, ripped apart in front of... I don't even know, really. I guess we've got to give Abraham... We've got to give Abraham main character status for at least the next season, so... Where, yeah. Maybe it's in front of Abraham, actually. So he is forced to watch Eugene get torn apart. And then who gets the Reg death? Who has their throat slit by Pete? Oh, Aaron, okay. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Poor Aaron. So Aaron has his throat slit when he's trying to stop Pete. And then Deanna tells this person to do it. Do it! Who is going to be doing it? That sounds wrong. Who is going to be killing Pete? Tyrese! Okay, shit. Why not? Why not? Tyrese going off. Because maybe Tyrese... Tyrese and Lee are both trying to get the affection of Jesse. But that actually scores negative points for Jesse. Because in the end, Lee sweeps in. And he starts banging Jesse. That's right, everyone. We've got a brand new love interest. It's Jesse for Lee. Okay, Chaos Roll. We're going to skip. We're going to skip. I like this. I'm liking this. So we're going to have no Eastman. Because, of course, there is no... Oh, shit, yeah. And at the end of the season, Morgan and Dwayne show up. Lee? Lee? They're like, oh yeah, hi, this is my mate Tyrese, he's just putting someone down. So then they both become main characters. There is going to be no Eastman, sadly. Sadly, no Eastman. So now we can add to this one Denise and Heath. And I somehow feel like I have to somehow transfer. Can I copy? Wait, what? Oh, that's just made two of them. I will have to somehow copy. Oh, I can just do this. Oh, silly me. Silly me. Where was it? Where was that option just then? Am I being stupid? Wait, what? Huh? Where was that option? It was here, yeah. Oh, I'm a bit dumb. Add to list. Okay, so there we are. So they've all been added. Got Denise and Heath, yeah. Denise and Heath are there too. Okay, so Nicholas's death. Who gets the Nicholas death? Well, actually, we'll do one more of this one, and we'll decide who it is here. And I'll just so which Alexandrian is the one who shoots himself in the head? Denise. Okay. So I guess Denise decides. Well, thinking about it, right? Do we have any doctors? Or are all the doctors dead? Yeah, that wouldn't make much sense, but I guess Denise decided to come on the mission for one reason or another, and then she ends up panicking, shooting herself in the head. And I don't know. Let's give the dumpster death to Glenn's just a non-character. He's an NPC. We'll give the dumpster death to I don't know, T-Dog. Yeah, why not? T-Dog. He gets the dumpster death, and then who gets the? So that's the Nicholas death. The Deanna death. I think we're done with this one now. So I think what we'll do is we'll just kill this one off. Kill this one off. And we just got to remove Denise from here. Who gets the Deanna death? No! Not Donnie! It goes to Donnie. Ah, oh, guys. Guys. Not our favourite friend who we met randomly in a train car. He is bitten. It's an oh shit moment. And then finally he dies. And then who is going to be getting the Anderson death? So I'm going to spin for one. And then I'll see if I can make it make sense with a few other characters. Sorry, we got. I don't know if I want it to be Jimmy, so I might just skip that. Actually, wait, no. I said that Jimmy and Zach were a couple, right? Glenn's in there too. But then neither three of those would be panicking. So I'm gonna reroll. Okay, we're just going to go random then. So Noah, he panics. I mean, he's kind of experienced, but maybe not as much as like some of the other characters. So Noah panics. He's devoured by walkers. Okay. Okay, actually, wait. It landed on Deanna. I'm going to take Deanna as what it is. Where's Deanna? Okay, what I'm going to do, easy, better instead. I'll add Noah back. I'll be nice to Noah. So what's going to be happening is Deanna, no, Reg is going to be getting scared. Deanna gets the Jesse death, and the Ron death can go to Aiden. There we go. So Aiden obviously is like you. I just think that works better. I know I'm just kind of been a bit lazy there and never replaced it with a family, but it just makes more sense. So Reg panics, he gets devoured. Obviously Deanna screams in agony seeing that happen. So she gets devoured as well. And then Aiden puts his gun up. You! So who will it be that he shoots? And loses the eye. Who loses their eye? Oh! So I guess he's shooting at Lee. So poor Eliza has now got one leg and one eye. Damn. Eliza. We'll skip this. We're not doing Owen. Who kills Owen? We'll go with Abraham. I don't know. Who kills Owen? Oh, Eastman, sorry mate. Sorry mate, you're dead. Owen, who kills Owen? Sophia! Okay, fair enough. Very Carol-esque thing to do, isn't it? Carol is still around as well, which is kind of crazy. Add Jesus and Dr. Carson. Jesus. Dr. Carson. Who is going to get the Denise death? Tara! Okay, that's a reverse. R.I.P. Tara. Shot in the head with an arrow. She is dead. R.I.P. So which two characters are going to get into the kingdom? So to be honest, just kind of doing this randomly, I'm thinking... See, I'm kind of thinking Carol and Sophia, because I like the Ezekiel-Carol relationship. It's one of my favourites. And I think it makes sense for those two, you know, maybe Sophia is going crazy mode, trying to take out the saviors or something, and Carol follows her, you know, trying to protect her. Yeah, so Sophia's going on a mad one, trying to take out saviors, and Carol goes after her, and eventually they end up finding the kingdom. So that does mean that Carol and Sophia are exempt from the battering of heads. Obviously Eliza is also, and we need to get rid of Lee and Lee. So there are a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people who can get the Abraham death. And the Glenn death too. So who is going to get the Abraham death? Oh my god, no! No! Dwayne! So I feel like that's more of the Glenn death, but Dwayne is going to be one anyway. And then who is going to be the Abraham death? Daryl. Holy shit. So that's it for Daryl. He's the Abraham death. We think, fuck, that's a huge loss. That's crazy. But then on top of that, we lose Dwayne. Oh, no. Oh, my. Getting rid of the 2 Ds. The DD. So, Daryl and Dwayne. Fuck. That is brutal. Because Daryl's a Season 1 character, so that makes sense. As a big one. But then Dwayne kind of hits hard for Morgan, so I kind of do dig that. Yeah. Damn. Okay, so here I think it's time for a chaos, because we've got a lot of characters. One. Oh no. Oh no! We've got double deaths. Okay. So I chose it. So who's going to be getting kidnapped and tortured? Out of all these characters, let's be real, it's going to be T-Dog. Because I feel like T-Dog could be the one to put... Because him and Daryl are probably like pretty tight now. So, yeah, he'd probably go for the punch. And then he'd probably be kidnapped and taken. Negan would see him as a pretty, a badass he wants to break. The 2 people who head to the hilltop. I mean, like, to be real, who's pregnant? Who would be pregnant here? There's barely any women. I guess Rosita, potentially. Or maybe that time skip in Season 6 was bigger, and the person... the person who is pregnant is Jesse. No, I like this. So the people who go to the hilltop is Lee and Jesse as our main character, right? So we still stick up with Rick ruling Alexandria. Yeah, Lee and Jesse. And of course, Sam and Ron are at Alexandria. He's like, keep my stepkids safe. But Eliza's feeling like pretty sad because she's also... Lee's kind of moved on from her in a way. He's got his own life. He's ruling now. So yeah, and Eliza's feeling like one-eyed, one-legged Eliza. So maybe she's the one who goes to Ocean. I don't know, because that would have happened before, wouldn't it? Okay. Listen. If we're sending a character to Oceanside who then gets to become a main character, I feel like it's time we stop shafting Glenn. And Glenn can go to Oceanside. And he can bring a Heath with him, or someone who can be his Heath, who will die. So Glenn is the main one, and the Heath is... Well, it's not being Judith. He's not going to bring a baby with him. That makes no sense. I only re-roll that. I'm okay with killing the baby off, but it's just like, when it makes no sense, I just can't really do it. Eric! Oh no. So he brings Eric with him. Obviously Eric's going to be pretty sad after losing Aaron to Pete Anderson's craziness. But then Glenn finds Eric dead in the end, so R.I.P. to Eric too. Spencer's death. So who will Negan be saying has no guts and will stab in the guts? To reveal he did have guts, and he's never been so wrong in his whole life. Enid. Oh, I don't know. So maybe like Enid and Ron are still a couple, and Enid thinks she can try and undermine like Lee, because maybe Ron is still like a little salty that his mum's moved on so quickly. Which would make sense, and kind of in denial of what his dad's done. Because Enid is his loyal girlfriend, Enid attempts to try and sway something with Negan, and then he ends up stabbing Enid to prove she has no guts. Oh, she did have guts. I've never been so wrong in my whole life. Crazy. That's crazy, Negan. How could you do that to a girl? And then he says, a rat, kill somebody. And who does a rat shoot? That is... I'm devastated. Russ. What the hell? Russ the hitchhiker is shot and killed by a rat. Wow. I'm lost for words. We are skipping this. No. Fat Joey is just going to be beaten to death by T-Dog because I just kind of like that mental image. Then who gets kidnapped? I mean, there is no Eugene. So who would be a bullet maker, really? Hang on a minute. Is Patrick actually still alive? Or have I messed this up? Because Patrick's done fuck all. Yeah, he is. Patrick is still alive somehow. Who gets kidnapped? I mean, I'm trying to think who would be making bullets. I mean, it could be Abraham. I could believe that. Yeah, we'll go for Abraham. Why not? Oh, actually, Rosita's pretty resourceful. Maybe Rosita picked up. Yeah, we'll go with Rosita. So Rosita's kidnapped. And maybe at this point, Abraham and her have broken up. Who could Abraham be with, though? Who would he break up for? There's not really any women. All the women seemingly have died. Yeah, thinking about it, Jesus. All the women died. Who would he leave? He can't. That's a child. That's a baby. She's not even here at the moment. She's in the kingdom. She's with Lee. The only woman Abraham could be going for is Olivia. So why not? Abraham left Rosita for Olivia. So Rosita was making bullets, getting crazy, and then yeah, she was kidnapped. Why not? So then we have to add Zeke, Jerry, Shiva, and Henry. This video is already over. What I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be an hour and a half. What are we at? We're at an hour and 10. There's no way I'm finishing this. I do need to like rush off soon though, so I'm gonna have to slightly speed this video up. So we had the Oceanside gals. So then Sasha Death. Let's go. Okay, so it's Glenn. Yeah, we shafted Glenn the whole time, and then in the end, he sacrifices himself. Trying to kill Negan, takes the poison pill that I guess Rosita makes, and turns into a walker. Holy goddamn. Holy goddamn. So, just because we need to speed things up. Oh, fuck. I just read. Oh, I just remember we did. We said there was double deaths, and I've already forgot. So, go back, sorry, real quick. Who was the two traitors that Negan stabbed? Oh no, Patrick. So yeah, sorry. What I was saying before, that it was Enid and I always do this, you know, when I do these chaos rolls. It was actually Enid and Patrick who Negan shot, because Ron was being sneaky and he got his mates to do it instead. So yeah, Negan stabbed Patrick and Enid, and then a rat was like, Negan told a rat to kill two. He said, "Kill two bodies, kill two bodies," and then can't happen. They're at the kingdom. God damn it! A rat. Sorry, didn't shoot Jerry. Jerry's just visiting. A rat shot Russ the hitchhiker, and then she turned the gun. I shot Olivia! I shot Olivia! And Paul, actually that makes sense then, because Rosita would feel fucking guilty. Because although she's pissed that Olivia stole her man, she didn't want her to die. And now Olivia's been killed, along with Ross, all because of what Rosita did. Rosita is then, like, whisked away, feeling, like, fucking awful. But, I don't know, maybe, like, when they try and blow her up in the finale, that's where she's like, well, fuck you then, Abraham, I don't give a fuck anymore. So it's not just Glenn who has the Sasha death, it's someone else as well. Or we could say the Sasha death, the Sasha death is Glenn, and then this person, I guess, I don't know, dies in the battle, and it's Carol. No! Okay, fine. So Carol, even though I wanted to do the cool fucking relationship, so Glenn and Carol, two season 1 characters, both end up going down in the battle to kill Negan. That's crazy. Okay, so we'll skip this. Now, we'll add Dwight. And I feel like we need some more main characters because we've not got many. So, Jesse at this point deserves it. Isn't it Jesse? Jesse deserves it. I'm gonna be real. Jimmy, I kind of was avoiding Jimmy, but he probably deserves it too. And I feel like Ron, oh, I put Rob. Ron at this stage probably also deserves it because, I mean, let's be real. He's been pretty impactful this whole time, you know? He's been making moves. So, that gives us quite a few main characters, but that's okay. So we can skip this thing here because we don't need to do this. What I do like about Season 8 is we get through it pretty quickly. It's just deaths. So who gets the Eric death? Oh, wait. Who gets the Eric death? So Eric death goes to Heath. Our first big... Well, I say our first big... Our first casualty of the all-out war. And then who gets the Shiva death? So this person was... Self-sacrificed themselves for... their leader, so to speak. Henry, okay. It's pretty crazy. Henry sacrifices himself for Ezekiel. Protect the king! Little kid Henry, by the way. Not an adult Henry, kid Henry. And Henry is torn apart by walkers. Where the hell did Heath go? Huh? Yeah, what? Why did Heath just disappeared? No, he didn't. He's there. Okay, so then Henry gets that death. And then who shoots Grandma? So this is also got to be a minor character. Jerry. Jerry goes to help get the Oceanside ladies, and he ends up shooting Grandma by mistake. Pretty typical Jerry thing. What a come on, Jerry. Crazy Jerry. So we've added Sadiq. That's done. And then I did a scroll before. Okay, well that's not gonna be the main. That's not gonna be the Carl death. Listen, there's gonna be no Carl death like that. Lee's not dying is what I'm trying to say. The Carl death is Tyrese. Damn. Tyrese has gone like pretty hard this season too. So well in the show, in the rewrite as a whole. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. Tyrese gets bitten and kind of does the whole all life is precious, save everyone, peace out, yo. No, we're not gonna do no Gavin reform. And the person who can kill him is the following. Where's Gavs? Gavs, I'm sorry, you're not reforming. And Jerry's killing everyone. What's going on? Jerry is killing Gavin. Sorry, Gavin. Okay, and then we add Alden. That's done. So who gets the Harlan Carson death? Well, I was trying to save Harlan Carson, who dies. Obviously, it might just be Harlan Carson. Oh, Ezekiel. Damn it. Okay. Well, there goes. I mean, the Carol-Ezekiel relationship I wanted to happen kind of went out the window, and Carol decided to die in the finale. But there you have it on top of that. Oh, shit. I didn't really talk about how that would probably affect Sophia. I mean, Sophia would be absolutely fucking devastated. We lost Glenn. We lost Carol. I mean, our Season 1 characters are down to who? Rick Lee. Yeah, Rick Lee, Eliza, and Sophia. Which is pretty crazy, actually. And I guess, well, Season 1 character got Morgan too. But yeah, we lost Ezekiel there. Dying while saving Dr. Harlan Carson. But we do save him to, of course, help the pregnant... Who did I say was pregnant? Oh, yeah, Jessie. Jessie was pregnant. To help the pregnant Jessie. Who gets the Tobin death? So this person is stabbed during the Battle of the Hilltop. Cindy. Okay, so I guess Cindy joins the battle sooner rather than later. And she ends up getting stabbed. And then Cindy ends up wreaking havoc on the Barrington house. And then who kills Jared? Listen, I'm going to give it... I feel like this has to go probably to Sophia. I feel like Sophia makes sense, but we'll see. because she's the only one who's got a connection. But no, it's Jessie. Don't mess with that mama bear instinct, I guess. Maybe Jessie just kind of goes crazy. Goes crazy on Jared. Holds him by the hair. He gets devoured. Jessie is just trying to protect that little unborn baby and her other babies. And I guess probably Eliza too, to some degree. Kind of adopted her as well. So doesn't let a fast one go down with her. And then let's do this one, I guess. We can do this one. Why not? So flip a coin. Is Laura stay evil? Yes. So Laura is staying evil. Is DJ staying evil? No. Is Frankie staying evil? Yes. So Frankie's evil. And is Sherry going to just be randomly found dead? No. So that means that we lose Laura and Frankie. And let's be honest, I don't really care who killed them. Laura and Frankie just killed in the finale by whoever. We'll say Eliza killed Frankie. And T-Dog killed Laura. Body slammed her. But we do get to add DJ and Sherry to the list. Because they're not leaving. And then we'll add Negan to the main character list. Who kills Simon? We'll just keep it simple as Negan. Because I don't really think... I don't really like Simon's death anyway, but it's kind of hard to make it work for any other character. And then an extra finale death will go with, oh yeah, it's one major for a main character and one minor. Actually, it would be two minor because Sherry's alive. Yeah, we'll do two minor. Why not? Let's have a bit of a bloodbath. So who dies in the final battle? I refuse it for T-Dog just to die like this. I refuse, I say. Nah, okay. I'm okay with that. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just kill Negan instead. Lee does not listen to Tyrese's wisdom, I guess. That just kills Negan. There we are. We lost Negan. Dead like that. Killed in the finale. Lee. Crazy. Yeah, shit. That's mad. And then we'll have a couple minor character deaths. So, Nicholas. I forgot he was even still alive. So, he dies in the final battle. Oh no, and Noah. It's the death of the ends. Wait, I swear is this on purpose? It's all ends who die here. Before it was like Jays that died. What the fuck's going on? Yeah. So Noah also. I mean, I saved Noah from a death before, so he dies in the final battle. Maybe he's shot. He's shot and he's killed at the end of the final battle. And maybe that kind of gives the group like the last like hoorah they need to defeat the saviors. And so. Yeah, they get on there and they kill them all. But they end up killing Negan as well. And also Nicholas doesn't make it either. R.I.P. Nicholas. Tobin's still around though. So we'll skip this. Who's going to be hanging Gregory? Well, it'll probably be whoever I said was at the hilltop. Who I think I said was Lee, right? Because Lee and Jesse went to the hilltop. So Lee is like the leader of the hilltop. Rick's the leader of Alexandria. And I think Rick probably disagrees with... Rick thinks they should have listened to Tyrese and his wisdom, and Lee doesn't. So, I think Lee is the one to hang Gregory. Who loses an arm? Now, do I want to upgrade any characters to main characters? I feel like Jerry, I probably should, just because Jerry has, you know, he's done a lot, and I guess he would be the leader of the kingdom now. So, who loses an arm? Let's go. Damn. Ron. Okay. Shit. Ron losing his arm. I kind of like that, actually. But there'd be like a way that you could bond with Eliza. You know, she's missing limbs too. Maybe Ron and Eliza would be like a couple, actually, thinking about it. So yeah, Ron loses an arm. Who kills a rat? Listen, I'm just going to go with Beatrice. It was just Beatrice. Who would, I guess, would now be the new leader of Oceanside. It would be Beatrice and Rachel. Well, it could be Beatrice / Rachel, we'll say. Who dies on the bridge? So, who fires at the grenade? Who fires at the dynamite? Blows themselves up. Oh, fuck. Oh, Morgan. Damn, okay. So this will be a death, by the way. So, Morgan Jones. I think Rick and Lee obviously come at odds because of like Lee has a no tolerance, so if saviors fuck up, we just kill them. Whereas Rick is kind of listening to the wisdom of Tyrese. And then I think you have Morgan in the middle, who obviously lost Wayne, but still is willing to kind of forgive. Like, he wanted Negan dead, obviously, so he agrees with Lee there. But, like, he thinks that was justice. But he kind of gets where Rick's coming from, where a lot of these guys are just kind of in the position. So, Dwayne, because he lost Dwayne to Negan. I mean, Negan killed Dwayne. But Morgan kind of, in the end, has been like, he's been the sort of wedge between these two men. He's been the guy kind of calming these two down. But he's the one left, up shit's creek without a paddle, so to speak. Walker's on the bridge. Lee's trying to get to him on one side. Rick's trying to get to him on another side. And then in the end, Morgan blows up the bridge and he dies. So, R.I.P. to Morgan. That is a crazy death for Morgan. But I think that kind of works. We're not going to do this because we don't even add Jadis to this wheel anymore. Because I don't like Jadis very much. Which main character goes on an adventure for it? Well, we're not going to do this either. We don't need to do that. Who killed Jocelyn in the flashback? I'm actually going to go with a strange one. I'm going to say it was Eliza. Because it kind of makes sense that Eliza would be the one like protecting the kids. Actually, what they're thinking though, Eliza would be... Yeah, because she probably would be Alexandria. So she actually goes after them. And it would be her younger sister, because obviously Judith would have been taken. Right? Judith would have been taken, but also Jesse's kid, who I will say is going to be RJ, so we'll use RJ as a placeholder. So RJ will be Lee J. Lee J, okay? So Lee J has been added. A little kid. So yeah, so Eliza being the one to kill Jocelyn, I think actually works quite well. So, now we get to add all of our favourite friends. So we've got Magna, Yumiko, Kelly, Connie, Luke, Dog, Tammy Rose, Earl, Gage, Rodney, Addie, and Marco. Okay. Who kills Jed? We'll keep it simple. We'll say this one, like, let's be real, it's going to be the savior killer of them all. It's going to be Lee. I want to keep that one simple. I think on the road when he's with Eliza. Or maybe not with Eliza, maybe it could be with Sam or something. He's the one who ends up killing Jed. Jesus' death, though. Who is going to get the Jesus death? So this will be, I believe this is a main character. I think Jesus, yeah, he was a main character. Jesus death. So who is stabbed by a whisperer? You are where you do not belong. Killed. Oh, I kind of hate it. But we'll go with it. Sophia. After all this time, season 1 character, taken out like that to introduce the Whisperers, stabbed in the... that's brutal. And Eliza's going to be, like, so upset. Yeah, and then we'll add Lydia. Now, I feel like there could be, maybe... I'm trying to think who would the relationship be with, because we've got no Henry anymore. So who would the Lydia relationship be with? Gregory's already dead. I haven't even updated this. Sorry, guys. Oh no, I've put Morgan there. That's why. What have I done? Yeah, that's what I need to do. Yeah. So, what was I saying? Yeah, I feel like the relationship between... It might actually be Sam. Because by this point, Sam would be a lot older. So yeah, it probably would be. Sam and Lydia. Yeah, that probably would have to be, because Sam was about the same age as Henry. So yeah, I think that works. So that would be the relationship there. So we'll see. We'll see who gets piked now. Yes. Yes. Okay. So we'll have to roll two d20s, and we take the highest number of victims. So the highest number. Okay. So 18. 18 deaths. 18 deaths. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. Right. So we're obviously gonna have to have like 3 main characters. So we'll go from 4. So first death on the do. Oh, my computer is like not loving this now. I don't know why. Marco. So Marco is the first one to go. I can't. Where the hell is Marco? The problem with having so many goddamn characters in this stupid list is I'm gonna, because I'm using this different wheel, it's gonna be like harder. So we've got Rodney. Rodney's going as well, so we've got Marco. Where's Marco? Marco there. Rodney. Where's Sophia? Earl. Damn, losing Earl. I just saw him. Okay. The one character I want to just blank out is Lydia, actually, because we've had this before. To me, it makes no sense that Alpha is killing her own daughter, because that's like her entire motivation. So I don't really think it works. I should probably add these guys all up here as well. So Sherry's there as well, yeah. We got Jerry, we got Alden, we got Sadiq, we got Dog, we got Jed is dead. We got Earl's no longer with us. We've got Tammy, Gage, Addy, Magna, Yumiko, Connie, Kelly, Luke, and now Alpha. John, I'm going to straight up tell you as well, there is going to be no Coco. We'll just kill them off. There's going to be no Jules. I'm skipping these. And there's going to be no Brandon. All these characters have been axed. Luke. Okay, crazy. Luke has been killed. Damn, Luke. Poor Magnus group. Which, let's be real, Luke should have been one of the deaths. Dwight! Oh, shit. That's actually quite a big one. But because I don't have him as a main character, it doesn't... It's just hard to battle, because like you have like recurring characters and all that. But yeah, Dwight's a pretty big character. He would have been helping our group defect this whole time. You know, well, he was defecting to help our groups defeat the Saviors. So here, and I guess he would have been the character leading the Saviors too, thinking about it. So him being killed is actually pretty sad, thinking about it. Oh, no. Okay, so let's be real. This, to be honest, is our like Henry. This is our Henry. So Sam has also been executed. So this will be our Henry. So I'm going to call that the number 1 for now, because that's going to be the biggest one for poor Lee and Jesse, seeing Sam decapitated. So Sam has been killed. Gage is also taken out. Wow. Is that DJ? DJ is also taken out, so we lose Gage there. Where's DJ? Okay, so we lost Gage. DJ. Where's DJ? DJ, come here, Derek. Tobin, no! No! Tobin's like our last Alexander, well, other than the Andersons. Tobin. And Rachel. So we lose Tobin. Rachel would probably be like the leader of Oceanside as well, so that's a pretty big hit. Tobin's a big hit because he's Tobin, and we all love Tobin. Jesus! Oh shit, okay, fuck. I guess that would probably be not the leader of a Hilltop, but like a major figure of the Hilltop, so that's a crazy character to kill off too. This is the Red Wedding of The Walking Dead. Holy fuck. This one's not messing about. Yeah, what? I didn't even realise oh, damn, okay, I didn't even realise she was still a minor character. But yeah, shit, okay, Rosita's gone too. Damn, guys. Damn. We lost Rosita. Holy god damn. Where's Rosita? Oh no! Jesus Christ! This is the Red Wedding! This is the Red Wedding! They killed Judith! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Magna as well. Oh no! Oh no! This is crazy. They've literally like this is like the maddest one. This is the maddest one I think of all. Where's Magna? Gabriel is holy fuck. Gabriel too. What the hell? And then on top of that, who else are we having? We haven't even got to the main characters. These are just actual main characters who haven't been main characters on my list because there's too many. So we've still got two main characters to go, and Dr. Carson on top of that. Okay, I mean that's not a big loss. Right. So we've lost Marco Rodney. Like it was like Marco Rodney Earl. I was thinking, yeah, that Luke. And I was like, ah, Luke, yeah. And then it was like, okay, Judith is dead as well. Holy shit, that's crazy. And yeah, I'm sticking with that because she's not even a baby at this point. She'll be like 8. So yeah, what? We'll kill an 8-year-old. Where's Dr. Carson at though? There you are. You can't escape. So who then is going to be our major characters who are going to be dying? Like we haven't had any already. Oh. Fuck it. Why not? Why not? Oh. No. This is devastating. This is just cruel. Poor Jesse. Oh no! Oh no! Really? Really? Poor Jesse! Oh Jesus Christ! Alpha just takes out all 3 of the Andersons. All 3 of the Andersons have been taken out. Oh my god, that is fucking mental. Poor Lee. Lee's gonna be devastated. He's shacked up with Jesse. Both of Jesse's sons have been beheaded. Lydia's lost her boyfriend in Sam. Lee's lost like his surrogate kid or his stepkids, I guess. I guess he's still got Eliza by his side, and he's also got Lee J, who is his and Jesse's son. So he's not childless completely, but that is still devastating losing both those boys. So wow. Do we even want to do a chaos roll? I don't think we should. I think that's let's not. So who lets Negan out? Let's be real. Who would want to kill Alpha the most? It's gonna be. Wait, there is no Negan. There is no Negan. There is no Negan. He died. We're not doing no Brandon. Sadiq's death. So let's see who does Dante end up killing after infiltrating Alexandria. Okay. I'm gonna re-roll. That's silly. The dog's barking at him, so he just kills it. I mean, the dog's not gonna know. The dogs can't. And the baby can't know either. The baby's not gonna know. The dog's not gonna know. Can you get something a bit more that makes sense? Okay, that'll do. Is that Alden? Alden, yeah, sure. So Alden discovered the I can add that. Alden discovered that he was the spy. Dante was a spy, and Alden was choked to death and killed. Okay, so real quick. We probably need some more main characters. So we've got T-Dog. Oh my god, it's devastating. So we've got T-Dog, of course, as a main character. Rick, Jerry, Jimmy, Abraham, Eliza, Lee. Okay, so one thing you notice here, there's one woman. Okay, there's only one woman. So I think we want a bit more equal rights here. So we'll add Yumiko, and then we can delete it from here. Because I like Yumiko. I like Yumiko more than Magna. I'm feeling... I mean, I like Connie as well. But I feel like Yumiko can be our main character for now. And then Connie can maybe be upgraded next season. That's what I'm feeling. Lydia probably deserves it too. And... I'm going to be real. Zach deserves it. Zach deserves it. He's been around for this long. He's somehow survived all this time. Oh, I've spelled his name wrong, but that's okay. Zach deserves to be a main character. Rightio. Anyway, so who kills Dante? After they killed poor Alden. Jimmy. Okay, Jimmy just executes him. Add Gamma. Gamma defects. Done. So who is gonna get the Laura death? Obviously, Laura never joined us in this universe, but who's gonna get her death? Okay, Dog is fair. So Dog. I don't know who Dog... I guess he could just be a random dog that lives in Alexandria. But he starts barking at Beta. Maybe he goes for Beta's... He goes for Beta's ankles or something. And Beta just fucking slams Dog on the cell doors. I mean, that actually does kind of make sense. So we'll do the... then we have the Battle of the Hilltop Part 2. Obviously, this is the Whisperer Battle of the Hilltop. We'll do the extra Hilltop Battle death first. Because that actually makes sense. Do that one first. So this person dies during the battle. Oh, Sherry. So I guess, yeah, Sherry probably leads the charge. Maybe leads, like, the last of the saviors. Because I'm thinking about it. Is there any other saviors left after Sherry goes? Yeah, maybe she has, like, the wing at the savior wing. I don't think there is, actually. Yeah, she has, like, the savior wing. And so she leads, like, the charge of the saviors that attack the Whisperers. And they just get fucking smoked. But Sherry goes down with all the extras, you know, in a fight. So that's pretty cool. Then she ends up kind of giving everyone the chance to escape the hilltop. So she has a big sacrificial death, but it's well worth it. And then who gets the Gamma death? So this person is gutted like a fish by Beta. Are we going to go? I really do need to go in 5 minutes. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Sadiq. So Sadiq is gutted like a fish by Beta. That's pretty bad. Maybe Gamma... Maybe he was sacrificing himself for Gamma. And then who was saving all the kids and as a result got bitten while saving all the kids. And this particular character is forced to smack their head on a thing. Now listen, it can't be Lee J. I'm giving him immunity. I don't care. So I'm going to go with the one it's closest to, and that's Kelly. So Kelly was the one who was bitten. She saved all the kids. And then she slams her head on a pike and kills herself. leaving only Connie and Yumiko left. And poor Connie will be absolutely devastated, which probably gives her credence to become a main character next season. And then in terms of the 3 characters who head off to the Commonwealth, I mean, who even is there? So first off, who would be talking? I feel like Zach kind of gives me the nerd vibes. Alright, he kind of gives me that vibe. So I'm going to say Zach was on the thing. So it's going to be Zach. He's got to bring his mate Jimmy with him. Those 2 are tight. And then I'm thinking... I don't even know. Jerry? Yeah, why not? Zach, Jimmy, and Jerry. That is such a team. Why not? Who kills Alpha? That's the real question, though. Who is the person who infiltrates and kills Alpha? Because Lee's going to be going crazy in this, right? It's Lydia. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. I guess Lydia pretends to defect and then is the one to kill her mother. Which, actually, to be real, I kind of prefer, like, from a narrative standpoint, Lydia being the one to kill Alpha than Negan, but it is what it is. Main character finale death to account for Michonne's exit. Okay, so this person is going to be sacrificing themselves, but we'll do that in a second. First, we'll add Elijah. Done. We won't be adding Herschel. And then we've got the Beatrice death. We'll do the Beatrice death too. So who gets the Beatrice death? Herschel just kind of... Herschel died when Glenn died at the end of season 7, okay? Because he died when he... Okay. So Elijah comes just to die. And like I've done in previous rewrites, how I explain Meridian and Maggie's friends is Elijah and his community basically, like, Meridian was just another part of the coalition that was further away, and so they came to help at the end, but obviously it was that they were doing that because their community had just been taken by the Reapers. So Elijah, though, doesn't even make it. He dies. He dies fighting the Whisperers. I guess he was tired from fighting the Reapers. And then who kills Beta? Jimmy? Well, he's not even here. It can't be Jimmy, because Jimmy, Jerry, and Jimmy, Jerry, and Zach. Why is that like a tongue twister? Jimmy, Jerry, and Zach have gone off to the hilltop. So it can't be not the hilltop, the Commonwealth. So it can't be them. So who kills Beta? Okay. Rick finally getting some action. Rick is in the end the one who kills Big Beta. That's pretty cool. He takes him out after losing. Oh, I mean, to be fair, did decapitate his daughter. I forgot about that one. Yeah, the Rick angle was like, Lee and Rick were probably like a fucking force to be reckoned with this entire season. They were probably like smoking absolute Whisperers. The losses they received. Rick is a broken man by this point. He's lost his wife, decapitated by the governor. His son was eaten by a cannibal. His best friend got lost and then fucking found in a barn. And then his infant, well, I guess not his infant daughter, but his young daughter decapitated by the Whisperers. So yeah, Rick would be a force to be fucking reckoned with. So yeah, I feel like he could take out Peter. Rick in that state, yeah. But which main character ends up sacrificing themselves for the group, and they end up dying, like by drawing the big Whisperer herd away? Abraham. And you know what? By the person who'd probably be like, you know, leading the army, leading the group's army. I think that does kind of make sense. Plus, they kill Rosita as well, another character, so he'd be wanting his revenge. So, yeah, you know what? I actually think that kind of makes sense. I think it makes sense it being Abraham. So that is how Abraham goes down. He ends up taking the herd with him off a cliff, defeating the Whisperers too. And who was banging Leah? So, to be real with you, I think it's got to be Rick. Because Rick's been like single this whole time anyway, so why not? So yeah, Rick was banging Leah. That's NA. Add a random character. So yeah, we'll do that. Seeing as we lost poor Elijah, we'll do a random character. Colton. Could do Colton, but we'll do someone else because he's from the kingdom, so. Paul Jesus Rovia from No Man's Land. No, we won't do that. Give us another. Chapter 10 of Clementine, Book 1. No. Give us another. The Assault on the Satellite Outpost. Give us another. Civic Republic Health and Welfare Center. No. Give us another. Give us another. Give us another. Give us another. John Dory the First. Mile marker. I don't want a mile marker. Fuck it. Fine. Fine. There we go. Fine. Elijah came with a horse, I guess. Elijah came with a horse, everyone. Elijah came with a horse. This Sigurd horse. We'll just call it Sigurd. Sigurd. It's just Sigurd the good horse. We've got a horse. That was what we got from Meridian. A fucking horse. Okay, so Sigurd horse. So who... This is going to be brutal. This is going to be absolutely brutal. We've lost so many people. This is going to be brutal. Who gets the gauge death first? So who gets trapped in the train cart and is forced to stab themselves? It's the leader of the highwaymen. Ozzy. I guess... So, yeah, so... Going through this, thinking about this logically, you know, coming into season 11. So I imagine what happened is Elijah showed up. Maybe he's dead. Maybe he told everyone what's happened, like Meridian's been attacked, etc., etc. Maybe there's like another fucking Meridian extra as well who can deliver the exposition. But basically, Meridian needs help. Oh, Meridian's gone. Most of the people are dead. Obviously, they're desperate for food. So Lee and Rick, on their warpath after losing everything, are like, well, I'm not going to let the rest of our people die, so we're going to go fucking whole ham. And obviously they have this alliance with the Highwaymen, but Ozzy maybe dips on their alliance after learning how deadly the Reapers are, and then he ends up, obviously because of the storm and stuff, he ends up getting trapped in the train car, and a salty Rick and Lee refuse to open the cabin, so Ozzy's forced to like stab himself and then die, and then maybe Alec is like pretty pissed off about that as well. We'll see. Who gets the coal death? So this person is, well, this person is, I guess, has their hand chopped off and then their throat slit. Well, the horse lasted long, didn't it? All that for it to fucking die. So yeah, the horse gets his leg chopped off, I guess, and then like the Reapers just slit its throat. Why they didn't try and take a perfectly good horse, I don't know. But there you go, Sigurd horse is taken out. Who gets Duncan's death? So this person is shish kebabbed by the Reapers. Shish kebabbed, I say. Now you have a bunch of knives thrown in them. Oh, I didn't upgrade it yet, but fuck it, whatever. Connie. R.I.P. Connie, already taken out. And then after, she kind of slowly bleeds out. And they put her down. Damn. Agatha's death. Or at least it wasn't Agatha's death. That was a pretty corny death. So who gets the Agatha death? This person is just kind of taken out by walkers. It being Tammy Rose kind of makes sense. So, yeah, we'll go with that. So Tammy Rose taken out by walkers in the woods whilst pursuing the Reapers. And then the Frost death. So this person is kidnapped by the... And like, I've got to get rid of Shiva as well because it makes no sense. Kidnapped and then extracted for information. And eventually they give up the information. And obviously, Pope kills them regardless. And it's Beatrice. Now, why would Beatrice be helping them? Maybe Oceanside fell. We'll say Oceanside fell as well. Why not? So, it was literally just Alexandria. So, Beatrice, in the end... is also taken out. Kidnapped, tortured, extracted for information, and then ultimately killed. R.I.P. R.I.P. Beatrice. And so who is the character who kills Pope? Or actually, we'll just stick with this as Leah. Who kills Brandon Carver then? This is who kills Brandon Carver. Jerry! Okay, Jerry going on a mad one again. I like it. Okay. Jerry going on a mad one once more. Wait, Alpha's already dead. She was killed in season 10. Somewhere around there, maybe. I don't know. Also, Dante's dead. Hang on. I need to sort this out. Dante's dead. Now Carver's dead. Pope would have been killed by Leah, so the Pope's dead. Yeah. We're all good. Okay, and then Alden's death. So this is the main character death. So can't be Lee. And I'm not going to allow it to be Eliza quite yet. But everyone else is fair game. So who is the old and deaf? This person was injured, left in the... Oh, no! 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 That is a terrible death for Rick, but that sets the tone of the season and how deadly the Reapers were and how desperate our survivors are. Because in the end, Rick is killed by the Reapers and found by a devastated Lee. I mean, this is like the hugest death of the fucking show. One of the biggest deaths of the show. One of the Atlanta people, or Atlanta 3, has become an Atlanta 2, as Lee is forced to put down Rick. Oh, that's too sad, guys. That's too sad. Right, well, after that devastating loss, we've got Princess, Mercer, Max, and oh shit, I forgot about Annie. I was always going to say that Annie's just a Meridian person. She was the person who gave that exposition before. So who gets the Marco death? So this person is shot and killed by Leah in pursuit of... Well, seeing as Rick's dead... Wait, no, because Rick would have been the... Rick was banging Leah. Oh, wait, no, so he would have been the one who infiltrated... Hang on, guys. Hang on a minute. I veto it. But no, it can't be Jerry... It can't be Rick, because he would have been the one to infiltrate the Reapers. So I vetoed the Rick death. So it has to be someone else. But it can't be Jerry. It obviously can't be Eliza. Oh, I forgot about T-Dog. He's also an Atlanta camp member. It can't be Lee. It can't be Rick. That's what we're saying. So it can't be... Yeah. It can't be Jerry. So who can it be? Okay, so the actual Alden death goes to Zach instead. So, you know what? And that's still like a pretty big character. Been here since season 4. So yes, don't worry guys. I've inadvertently resurrected Rick. And Zach instead gets that death. It's pretty sad. Poor Zach. Anyway, who's getting the Marco death? Maxine Mercer. Okay. Wait, no, it can't be Zach either. Thinking about it, because Zach's at the fucking... Oh, no! He's at the Commonwealth! So it can't be Zach. Fuck it, he came back early, okay? He escaped the Commonwealth. He went back early to report that there was fuck all, but Jimmy went on, yeah, we'll go with that, that's what happened. Yeah. So Maxine Mercer was killed by... I guess she was trying to help the characters escape, help Rick escape, because obviously Leah's going after Rick and Lee after what happened with everyone, and I guess Jerry as well, going after Jerry, and Maxine tries to help. Maybe she's been chatting, but I said Zach was the one chatting with... Okay, when I said before that Zach was chatting to Max on the radio, it was actually Jimmy. Sorry, it was Jimmy who was doing that. Jimmy tinkered with the radio and got it working. Anyway, yeah, so Max tries to help, and she ends up getting herself killed. She's killed by Leah. So that's going to piss off poor Jimmy, and also going to piss off Mercer. So that's a crazy diversion from the show, isn't it? Crazy. This has got a bit tits up at the end here. Who kills Leah in the end? Who's the character who takes out Leah? Then we just got a bunch of who kills this person. So we've got Lee saving his brother Rick from the crazy... From a crazy woman. Yeah. Lee takes out Leah. And then who in the end takes out Sebastian? Okay, I like that. I like it being Eliza. That actually fits. So Eliza is the one to take out Sebastian. And then who takes out Lance? So yeah, Eliza pushes Sebastian into the walkers and he gets munched on. And Jerry is the one who takes out Lance. I mean, all these actually kind of work, you know? I like how these have become our hitters. I'm sorry I'm rushing this last bit. And then, so who loses an arm? Who cares? We'll skip this. Who gets shot in the finale? I mean, thinking about it, this has to be Lee J, okay? Little Lee J gets shot, and they're all obviously, like, racing to get little Lee J to the, you know, to the hospital. And let's do one final chaos roll. 3. Injuries result in deaths. Ugh. I mean, that's from here, though, so that doesn't really... We'll redo that, because we've already... There is no future injuries. Reform villains don't. Reform/villains/don't. Okay, so villains don't reform. Okay, do you know what I'm going to take that to mean? Fuck it. I'm going to take that to mean that Mercer, in the end, sides with Pamela, okay? Because he's under the belief that all the crazy shit was all Lance's fault, and he wants to get rid of these people too. So nothing to lose, now his sister's dead. So what we'll do is Mercer becomes a new villain. Pamela is also there as well. So I'm going to say Mercer takes out someone, okay? That's what we're going to go. So Mercer is evil and takes out... Lydia. Jesus, okay. He just straight up kills Lydia. Okay, that's what we'll go with. And then who kills Mercer? So Lydia is killed by Mercer. And Jerry. Jerry goes and takes out Mercer. There we go. So Jerry takes out Mercer. Crazy. So we got rid of Mercer. One extra boss for the finale there. One extra boss. And then how many finale deaths are there going to be? There's got to be a low number, hopefully. Oh, that's everyone. That's everyone, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. That's everyone. Everyone dies. There you go, guys. I'm sorry. Everyone dies. In the end, the Commonwealth is overwhelmed. All right. This is a downer ending, but you know what? Fuck it. Whatever. It is what it is. They fight like hell to get the hospital, get poor Lee J to the hospital. Right. He's been shot. Fight like hell. We lose Alec. We lose Addie. We lose probably Yumiko. Gamma goes down too. Annie goes down. Princess, she goes down as well. She's just distraught over what happened with Mercer. In the end, we see Pamela gets her comeuppance. All the walkers break in and they fucking bite down on her. Shiva, who's still alive, tries her best to protect Jerry and everyone. But Jerry and Shiva, they end up like just attacking the mega herd on their own, and they go down. So now the group is just these guys. All right. Jimmy is just shot out of nowhere by the Commonwealth troops. So we have our Atlanta 4 plus Lee J left. But then, but as Lee J's recovering, the Commonwealth army they breach the hospital looking for the traitors, and they shoot. T-Dog and Rick, they fucking go ham. But in the end, T-Dog and Rick, they're shot dead. And Lee pleads. He's like, please, just let Eliza and Lee J live. All right, you can take me out, that's fine, but let them live. But the Commonwealth troopers, who, although they're under Pamela's control, although Pamela's dead, they're still under her control. They just shoot the kids dead in front of Lee, and Lee charges at the Commonwealth trooper. Maybe he takes them out. He goes crazy. He takes all of them out, but the walkers then overwhelm him and eat him too. And there you go. What a lovely end. The Commonwealth is destroyed by walkers and infighting. And there you go. That's the end of this show. I hope you loved this uplifting, beautiful rewrite. Bye.